You could spend 4 years in university, learn how to write those long essays and pass those horrendous exams and survive group projects with people who disappear until the night before the deadline. And then you finally graduate. You receive your first real paycheck. But realize nobody taught you what to actually do with your money now that you have it. Why does a $60,000 salary not mean you receive $5,000 every month? What happens when you make only the minimum payments on your credit card every month? Why does your credit history matter, even when you're just trying to rent an apartment? And how can investing just $200 per month potentially grow into almost $500,000 over your lifetime? So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through 5 money lessons every Canadian should learn in school. And to make this practical, we'll follow Alex. Alex is a 22-year-old living in Ontario that has just graduated and started their full-time job. Good for you, Alex. You've received your first job offer for $60,000 per year. Your first instinct is to divide that by 12. That gives you $5,000 per month. But that is not what Alex will actually receive. $60,000 is just his gross salary. Before the money reaches Alex's bank account, deductions are now going to be taken for federal and Ontario income tax, CPP, employment insurance, and possibly even workplace benefits or pension contributions. After these main deductions, Alex may take home roughly $47,000 per year. That's going to work out to around $3,900 per month. The exact amount, it will vary, but the important point is this. Alex is not working with $5,000 per month. Alex is working with closer to $3,900. Now let's say Alex rents an apartment for $2,000. The car payment is another $600. Groceries and restaurants can stack up another 5 bills. Insurance and gas add another $300. Phone bills, subscription, and entertainment cost $400. That is already $3,800 per month. On paper, a $60,000 salary, it might sound that you're doing comfortably. But after tax, Alex is left with almost nothing for savings, investments, or even unexpected expenses. So when you receive a job offer, do not build your budget around the salary in that offer letter. Build it around the amount that actually hits your account every month. And once you understand what is really coming in each month, the next step is making sure you do not spend money you don't actually have. A few weeks into the job, Alex gets approved for a credit card with a $5,000 limit. Alex decides to get a new phone, clothes, a few dinners, and a weekend trip. By the end of the month, the balance is $3,000. The statement says the minimum payment is $90 on that credit card. Alex thinks it sounds manageable, but let's say the credit card charges 19.99% interest. The first month's interest on a $3,000 balance would be roughly $50. So even after Alex makes the $90 minimum payment, only around $40 actually reduce that $3,000 original balance. And this is the part people often miss. You can make payments every month and still barely make progress tackling your credit card debt. Now instead, I want you to compare that with paying the full statement balance. Alex spends $800 during the month and pays the full $800 by the due date. Alex still gets the convenience and rewards of the card, but avoids carrying any expensive debt. So a good rule is to ask yourself one question before using a credit card. Do you already have the money to pay for this? Because your credit limit, it's not money you have, it is money you are allowed to owe. And how you manage that borrowed money matters for more than just the credit card itself. A few months later, Alex applies to rent a condo. The landlord asks to review Alex's credit report. That surprises a lot of people. You may think credit only matters when applying for a mortgage, but it can also affect rental applications, car financing, borrowing rates, and your ability to qualify for other financial products. Let's say Alex has one credit card with a $5,000 limit. If the balance owing is $4,500, Alex is using 90% of the available credit, even if the minimum payments are being made. That can make Alex appear financially stretched too thin. Now imagine the balance is only $500. That is 10% of the available credit and creates a very different picture for any lender. Your payment history, it matters too. A missed $70 phone bill, it might not sound serious, but missed payments, they do hurt your credit history. So you do not need a complicated strategy to build credit. Just pay your bills on time, keep your balances manageable, and avoid applying for credit that you don't need. And check your credit reports occasionally for errors, and that is really it. But even if you manage credit properly, unexpected expenses will still happen. A few months later, Alex's card needs a $1,500 repair. Without savings, the entire bill is going back onto that high interest credit card. Now the car problem has turned into an interest problem. This is where an emergency fund helps. An emergency fund is money set aside for expenses you did not plan for, but you still have to deal with. That could be a job loss, a car repair, an urgent dental expense, or some family emergency. Let's say Alex's essential monthly expenses look like this. Rent is $1,500, groceries, 4 bills, transportation another $400, phone, internet, and utilities $250. Insurance takes up another $150, and other essentials and minimum debt payments are about $300. That adds up to approximately $3,000 per month. A 3-month emergency fund would require Alex to save $9,000, a 6-month would need $18,000. And it might sound impossible when you're just starting out from university. So do not make $18,000 your first target, start with $1,000. Then aim for 1 month of essential expenses. If Alex saves $250 per month, the first $1,000 is built in just 4 months. And that is enough to cover many common emergencies without immediately having to reach for your credit card. And I want you to keep this money accessible. Its job is not to earn the highest return possible. Its job is to be there when something does go wrong. So once Alex has his credit card under control and starts building emergency savings, investing automatically becomes the next step. But Alex says, I'll only start investing when I make more money. The problem is you can increase your contribution later, but you cannot go back and recover time you've lost. Suppose Alex invests $200 per month starting at age 22 right after college. Let's assume the investments earn an average annual return of 6% compounded monthly. That return is not guaranteed, but it gives us a useful example. By age 65, Alex would have personally contributed $103,200. At a hypothetical 6% return, that account could grow to approximately almost $500,000. And on the flip side, we'll look at Jordan. Jordan waited until he got salary appreciation and is now 32 and started investing the same $200 per month until age 65. Jordan would contribute $79,200. At the same hypothetical return, the account could grow to approximately $248,000. Alex contributed only $24,000 more, but Alex is actually going to end up with approximately twice as much. Why? Because Alex gave the money an extra 10 years to grow, and that is the power of starting early. You do not need to begin with a huge amount, you just need to begin early enough with an amount you can consistently afford, and this becomes even more important when your income starts rising. After 1 year, Alex now receives a raise from $60,000 to $70,000. The first thought is to upgrade that apartment, get a nicer car, and start spending more. This is what is known as lifestyle inflation. Your income rises, but your expenses rise just as quickly. Let's say the raise increases Alex's take-home pay by around $550 per month. Alex could spend all $550, or Alex could split it. Maybe $200 goes towards enjoying the life, and $200 goes towards investing, and the remaining $150, it goes towards that emergency savings or paying down any previous student debt. Alex still gets to enjoy the raise, but he's also become financially stronger. If that extra $200 were invested every month for 30 years at a hypothetical 6% return, it could grow to approximately $200,000. That is why every raise should not automatically become a bigger monthly payment. Part of it should actually improve your life today, but part of it should also be invested for your future. So when you step back, these lessons are quite simple. Know what you actually take home, pay your credit card in full whenever possible, protect your credit history, build emergency savings, and start investing early. Someone earning $60,000 and managing it well can be in a much stronger position than someone earning $100,000 and constantly carrying high interest debt. Making money matters, but knowing what to do with it matters just as much, if not more. Schools prepare us to earn income. They should also teach us how to manage it, protect it, and grow it. Because taxes, credit, debt, saving, and investing, these are not just topics reserved for business majors. They apply to anyone and everyone. They are life skills. So if you found this video helpful, subscribe for more practical Canadian personal finance content just like this one. And let me know in the comments, which of these lessons do you wish you had learned earlier back in your undergrad days? Thanks for watching. Yudhvit Gabli, CPA CFA, signing off until the next one. Until then, keep learning, keep investing.